Right, welcome to a look around Smokedown. I've done a little bit, I've done several videos on this now, but not quite finished yet, but very, very close to it. So I thought I'd do a look round. I'm not going to do any farming on this one. We're going to do, as I say, just a look round. The briefing here is it's Smokedown Farm, a large mixed arable and animal, but with the dairy herd, misspelled, as the main activity. You have 4 farms to manage. Throp farm for sheep, beef, PD hook hatcheries for chickens, rearing and eggs, so you got chickens too on here. Swine farm is just for pig fattening, and finally Smokedown Farm where your dairy herd is based, and that's your main operation area. Mods required to play: soil mod, chopped straw, hardpoint extension, water mod. And have fun playing my first map. This map is by Wonko, as I mentioned before, with help from Stevie. I think I better give Stevie a good mention. I know he's helped with the with quite a few of the bits and pieces. Now we're hopping a tractor. We take this one, but before we do, I'll hop in there first. But we'll have a look at the equipment you get, which is always worth a look. You get a good selection. There's the Hurleyman. There's the weak point I feel on the equipment, which is the T4 Power Star. Not big enough to do anything probably, but that's your that's there just the front loader. But you also got the T6, which can also be your front loader, which I find a very fine all-round tractor. The Puma, which is your heavy tractor. There's a New Holland front fork. And there's bale spike, case 7130 combine, good combine, and of course it's the header for it, both for grain and maize. 2 of these, which are how should we put the giants header trailers with the dynamic locking, and notice the question mark in my voice on locking because I find they don't hold at all. Trailers, you've got a small Brantner. I would suggest this one you can get rid of fairly quickly, and I should also suggest that you change these over the header trailers over the locking mods. You will hate those, or change the headers over for the folding headers, one or the other. You get the Flegel Bull, which is, as you know, a very good trailer, nice big capacity. Pottinger small cedar. You get a decent front mold, which isn't always the case. You normally get that Pottinger Nova Cat, but in this case you get the Cairn FC3525F. You get your Tedder, smallest Tedders, which you don't want anything much bigger than that anyway, to be honest. The rake, smallest rake. You also get a sprayer and a spreader. Being a soil mod map, you need both of those. The standard roll round barrel baler, selection of weights, and unusual, which you don't see very often in maps, is the little skid steer, and that has the full almost the full selection. I think the only thing missing there, but looks like the bale, is the log fork. But you've got just about everything else you're going to need, and that's your for cleaning the animals out. So next thing we do, we'll have a quick look at the map. When I press the right button, here we are, here's the map. Now I'm just going to bring course play up in the background so I can actually use the pointer. This is where we are at the moment. This is Smokedown. The pigs are down here, beef and sheep are here, and the chickens up in this corner. Not many main roads. This is your main road, this north-south road, and this is a smaller road. There's smaller dirt tracks all the way through, and you have to use quite a few of those to get to the fields. The fields, as you can see, are not on roads. These are, but all your sell points are up here with the exception of biogas. And can't see him too well, but I'm thinking that Wonko must be a fan of old English comedy, because there's Arkwright's Arkwright was the star of Open All Doors, the main character. Trotters, which is Trotters Independent Traders, which was only Fields and Horses. Dusty Miller from the Wooden Tops, if I remember right. Not that I watched that many, there's one or two others there, but we'll look at those closer later when we get to them. The Workshop and Vehicle Boy Point down here. And you've got biogas over here. There's fuel on the farms. Not certain if it's actually a fuel station, I can't see one. I think this fuel is just on the farms. Right, we had a look at that. Now we'll have a look. Get rid of this. And this, we don't need this at the moment. And we'll discuss a little bit more about it in a moment. But we'll have a look to see what fruits there is. Well, it's your normal stuff: wheat, barley, rape, maize, potatoes, sugar beet, straw grass. Total mixed ration, which I don't think you can actually sell. It's just showing there to show how much you've got in stock. Yeah, just showing how much you've got in stock. Wood chips, manure, got slurry. But you've got compost on here. Seeds, that's seeds to compost soil, soybean, oat, rye, and you got your pig, beef, and fat, and chickens. So you have a fair selection of extra bits and pieces. Now let's have a look at what we start with. We'll bring the map back up, and we'll get the pointer back up. 1, 9, and 31 are all planted fields, if I remember correctly. Or an 8. Get what 8 is down there. But you also own a whole load of meadows, which, if you look at this, is quite animal heavy, so you're going to need plenty of meadows. 2, 7, 43, 29, 21, 33, 34, 27, and 39. So you've got plenty to get on with from the start. So we'll get rid of this again, and we'll just have a little walk. I won't take the vehicle out, we'll have a walk around here. And well, before we go, I will just mention the fact, you look down in this corner here, damage mod is on. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I can't say it's actually mine, but it's easy enough to take out. When you install the map, just don't install the zip file for the damage in your mod folder, or remove it on the options menu. And it's the same as if you don't want soil mod, you can remove them. They're there if you want them. If you don't want them, don't have them. Alright, we'll take a little walk down. We'll start at the bottom end. Alright, this is near enough. This is actually the reset point just in here. I would warn you to put everything is collidable on the map. If I remember right, this is a bunker. Oh, and what I will just do is put the frame rate up for you so you can see how well this runs. I'm running this with an AMD 8 core and a 970 graphic card, so I'm fairly well up the board, but not top end. And this is on ultimate graphics settings. It's on very top, everything turned up to max. Now here we have the combine and the header and those awful header trailers. Your diesel is here for the farm, and here you have your seed master. You put seeds in, tip them in on the checked square in front, and they come out here when it's done its work on it. You've got to be fairly tight, which could be a bit old with some of the bigger seeders if you should use the 9 metre stuff. Your total ration mixer, all now getting quite ordinary or normal stuff on maps, but nice to see nonetheless. Your houses there, it looks like you've got your farmhouse and your workers' houses there all together. This bit is to repair your equipment when it breaks. Fire damage mod. This is your tip point where all your grinds tipped, and this spout here's where it comes out again. Make your way this way. This is another storage barn where you get your skid steer and that in there. This, if you want to sell the milk yourself, this is where you pick it up. I think if you don't, it's automatically picked up. I'm not 100% certain. Gates are all manual operations, so you need the map trigger on here. This is where you put your feed in for the cattle and your straw for the same, your milk and parlour, normal robotic milk and parlour. I think this is the more feed and water points here, because this is a water mod map. I've got nothing on here. And here's the other gate. Let's see if we can leave it rather than open it. And round the corner here, here's 2 more silage bunkers. That is your main, most of your main farm. We've got a couple of things still to look at on here. Oops, and this is where all your spray equipment's kept. As I say, you get both the back of the sprayer and the spreader, which you will need both. Your seed is stored here, full set. Just drive up to load up as normal. Nice barn there for storing stuff or getting new equipment. Let's find that tractor. I think in here actually is where the muck, yeah, this is where the muck goes. Oh, and I didn't show you the slurry pickup point. It's actually in the field. You have to drive in here. And here's the slurry pickup point, and your slurry is kept in there. Doesn't look very nice. Nothing in there at the moment, obviously. Let's just hop into a tractor. It's a skid steer, this one. This'll do. Now we're going to a bit of a drive around. We won't see everything, because I think half the fun is on new maps, is exploring and finding things out for yourself. But we go up to the sell points first and have a look at those. Now, say all gates are now operated and are all collidable. Be warned. We're getting close enough all it opens. I'll do it carefully as it will, and I'm just going to back up so it doesn't hit me. As the damage mod on, the last thing you want to do is hit anything. Down here is quite narrow, a little bit wider than that. It's one of the things, up in the tester on this, one of the things we asked Wonko just to widen this a bit. About here, yeah, it'll be about here. You're having a hell of a job getting the combine down. It was about 3 inches gap either side. In the British map, we drive on the left side, and we're let's just see if we can drive out a cab. I'm never very good at that one. As you see, there's the maze. I don't want to hit the fences because that's no good. I can't drive. I'm sorry guys, I just cannot drive out a cab anymore. used to when I was keyboarding, but wheel, I just cannot do it. You got laybys, and this is quite handy. I found I've been playing around with the last version, trying to combine all fields, and that was handy to put the lorry in and use the overloaders. Some of these fields you'd think, I think it's 30, you'd think about getting this side, you can't, you have to go a longer way round to get to it. So if at first you don't find a way in, hunt round. I find it's quite a good way is to park close to the hedge, jump the hedge, get in and just walk around the outside or around the inside of the fence until you find the opening. And one other thing, when you get, don't go past the pub basically, especially if you're towing anything. There's not enough room to turn around at the top because the road just ends at the top of the map. As it's going on, you cannot model the whole thing. Forget where Wonko said this was modelled on, but this is actually modelled on the place. But it's another very nice British map, and I'm not just saying it. Your pub, what's the name of it? Now, I've been on this for quite a while, off and on, and I've never taken names, I suppose, but it must be something like the Swan. It's the Swan Hotel. This is the bit you don't want to go beyond if you can help it. We go up this way first and we whip across the other side. These are some of the sell points up here. Sell points all nicely close, so you be quite handy to have a paid course up to the hotel, then take them on your own way. Now, is this an auto? Some of these are auto, some of these are no, this one isn't. Just open it up. The bins, like this is a grind sell point, and I think your pit is here. Yeah, there's your pit, all undercover, all very nicely modelled, and your milk sell point is in here. There should be another. Opening. No, I'm not certain where the trigger's kept on this. I haven't actually got around when I've been playing around with it to selling milk itself. Can't. Let's sit around here. Let's just run the other side. Oh no, here it is, right here. This is your milk sell point. Just there. I'm not going to shut all the gates off again afterwards. I'm like that. And I think this side is your wood cell. So you got your grind and your wood all in close company. Try not to run into that. Again, I don't do forestry, so I haven't actually played with this. And your sell point is actually in there, going all undercover. Right, we go back to the other main sell points. So it's not, as in real life, there's not hundreds of places to sell. What amused me is these small villages with about 4 different places all buying the same thing. Doesn't happen. Up here we should have Trotters Independent, Trotters Agricultural Traders. find the opening, and you can hear now the yeah, there we are. Trotters cattle traders. Not close enough to. No, come on, let me. That's it. We got it. This is where you sell your livestock when you're ready to sell, and they should sell in here. There we are. There's a sell point in there. Going through a gate. Going very well done. I know this is a bit. I think if I remember what Wonko was saying, that he got Stevie to help him on getting the triggers and all that right and the scripting right. Let's say for a first map, this is very well done indeed. There's a field at the end here. We will just go up there. Basically, I haven't done any damage yet, and I'm feeling quite proud. I also saw this sell point here, which I clean forgot about. This is Arkwright's wholesale. Again, this is the second sell point for it. Looks like for grain again. Not see if anything else is compost by the looks of it. And it must be the garden centre. Just put the brake on and hop out and have a look. Looks like a bale destroyer or straw cell, and they got potatoes here. Yeah, potatoes are sold in here. I may not get everything that's been sold here. Oh, but we have these. It shows the grain that's in there, in this one. More in here. Looks like egg cell point. There's water pickup here. In fact, I can't remember seeing water tanks on the farm, so it looks like if of course you can get water for spraying on the fields from the fertilizer. For the most part, it looks like you got a cool hair for it. And there's buy. It's where you buy seed net from. Wool sell point over here. This is the main office. Looks run down just right to be Arkwright's. I'll just hop back in here. Remember to take the brake off and just back up and try not to do any damage. Mind you, since the helmet came out and they done a little bit of patch on the game, the brakes seem to have disappeared completely. To the right is just an entrance to a field, so we won't bother with that. We'll mainly look at the other stuff around here. Now we've got a long journey. We'll go along the roads, it'll be simpler. Especially those who have followed me on my travels will know I get lost very easily. Luckily there's only two real main hard top roads here, and a few which just comes off the side. Up the end there, I'm not going up there because it's a very devil to turn around. Call me a coward if you want. So this is just a look round to find out what is where. It's got all the whistles and bells on it. It's got all your all the cell points you're going to need. It's got extra things like damage, which I say I'm in two minds about. I will be doing a series on this. I might start with damage mode on, but I've got this horrible feeling that will come off fairly quickly. It's another one of your fields is 31, and I would suggest if you're using soil mod with it, after you save for the first time, you go in, save, then go into your career save game, and near the bottom you'll find growth day intervals, I think it's called, and up that to 2 or 3. That just means it takes 2 or 3 days for one growth stage. It gives you time, where it shows 1 at the moment in the top right hand corner. If you say set it to 2, it will show 2, then after 1 day it will show 1, and the next night at midnight you will get your growth stage. This is the end of the Smokedown. There is a way through to the beef and sheep facility through the back of Smokedown. If you get a chance, we will go there. And this is the only decent road on the map. I'm not saying there's going to be traffic on it. I always play with traffic turned off, and especially with damage mode on. So you can call me a coward, and I will accept that. Right, down here, we turn in here, and this is a narrow road. You need to be fairly careful when you bring stuff up there. I think the signs are collidable if I remember correctly, and the hedges certainly are, and some of the turns in you will have to take your time and not expect to swing in first time. You will have to go back and forward a bit. Now if you play with drive control as I do, turn crop damage off, because the only way to get a header trailer in here is to drive it straight into the crop and turn it around so you've got it set up for the combine as it comes in the gate. And it's either that or the combine's got to trample the crop. There's this one. No, it's just a meadow. I know this. So it's the pig farmers come up here. There is, for quite a small farm, there is a lot of travelling. There's still an icon, I think it's misplaced. I don't think there's a conveyor in the middle of that field. No, there is an elevator. I shall have to just warn Wonko on that. At the moment the poor lamb's down with man flu, so he's not feeling 100%, and I can sympathise with him, having had that just recently myself. Should be coming in. Yeah, we're coming into another farm. I think this is the pig production, and that actually goes off to one. Oh yes, there's a way through straight ahead. I'll be mainly doing the arable side on testing. And there we are. Not certain what goes in there. Let's see if we can find out. It gets bad as disco. There's your other field tank, and you got seeds here. I noticed there's fertiliser as you come in the gate. So if you're down this end, you can actually do stuff. I'm not certain if this is dedicated to anything particular, or you can just put in what you wish in there. But we're not going to I'm not going to tell you everything. You're going to have to find things out. It's half the fun. They could just be general stores for things. There's the Brantner. Don't you just love it? There's the T4. When I'm playing this, that will be the first thing to go, the T4. I'll keep the Brantner, but not the Brantner, yeah. I'll keep the we'll keep the Brantner trailer, but there's the other little tractor in S2 somewhere. I think it's in this one. That T4 will definitely go, and I'll do all the front loading. Oh yeah, it's there with the Hurleyman. Keep that for a while, but all my front loading stuff will be done with the T6, because I think you make better use of the money from the T4 on another cheap modded tractor. A modded T4 will be fine. Right. Just open the gate up. Way up, grain and water goes for the pigs, and this is where the muck comes out. Now this is a typical Stevie touch. These conveyors come out. Slurry pickup point there. Just a standard intensive rearing shed. I think we put it all on load. I haven't actually checked to see what room you've got to get in here. I ain't too bad. You can go forward and back. And here's a tip point. I think this is for the grains. And this will be if you farm this end. I'm not certain if they're all linked. I haven't checked on that, I'm afraid. But if they are all linked, that's even better. Alright, let's find the T6. I think our next port call, because we've gone past the sheep and beef, but we'll go back to that later. Get some point in the roadway in here. Just need to turn. Let's see how good I am at reversing. I wish it had been noted, but so far I took no damage. Which is not a very stupid thing to say, as I'm about to hit something. Right, we're going to have a look at the chickens next. Oh no, the BGA next. Yeah, BGA workshop. Or the buy point for vehicles. And a repair point on this. You have a repair point on your farm, but you also have a repair point, I think, in the garage, and a place you can put your hard point stuff on. This is hard point enabled. So there's not a lot that isn't on here. But this isn't one, if you're someone who can only go one speed, flat out, you will not enjoy this map. If you wish to play properly, and Wonko properly, and take your time in doing things, I think there's hours of entertainment. And it's just to another field. The fields are all over the show. Most of them are on the road, but there's several aren't. And a lot of the entrances are like this. You have to hit it dead right. It's a test of skill. Wait for this to open, and you have to wait. And this is your BGA over the Y bridge, which works. Standard digesting units, and very, very big pits. I don't know how big these are. I haven't got around to filling them up. And we'll have a look at compost master in a moment. two of them, and I don't think with the size of these you're going to want much more. I would imagine these are enormous. At least they look like they should be. Oh, here's your compost master, so anything that you want to get rid of, dump in the compost master. And let's get over and have a look. Now, I've never actually used one, I'll be honest. None of the maps I've been playing with, I had these on. But you dump your stuff in here, and after a little while it comes out the horrendous compost. And oh, this is one that needs fuel as well, so you're going to have to this is the latest version, I think, but it also needs diesel, which makes sense. Oh, sorry, I tell a lie, I've used one on Westbridge Forest, but I think that was an earlier version. It's somewhere around here then. Ah, here we are, there's the fuel tank. So you've got to get your tanker back here, and I would suggest there's some cut universal tanks. They are perfect for this sort of thing. You only want the small one, and you don't want to try and use that on the T4. They're heavy. The steer can do it nicely, but then I'm a great, again, if you follow my channel, you know I'm a great fan of the steer. There's not much it can't do. But I wouldn't put it on the T4. See, more fields. I think if you get all of these planted and work on all these fields, you will be doing very well indeed. You have to be very careful if you use course play because of all the collisions. I'm not certain if this actually does damage the course play that hits anything. I haven't experimented with that. Alright, a bit slow down there. We've got a turn and come here, and this is the main vehicle sell or buy and sell point. And another gate, everything is gated. Looks like we're manual on all of them, but I think all these manual stay open, which is helpful. This is where the vehicles come out when you buy, and you can also dump down there to sell. This is a standard workshop, those are not hard point one. But you've got to use this for more storage for equipment. You wouldn't use this one, this is the hard point. In here, if you've got hard point enabled equipment, you can play around with it in there to your heart's content. Again, not something I've played with yet. And here are your two bays for repairing vehicles, and believe you me, if you are unfortunate or don't take care, you will have vehicles in those all the time. Another fuel point. You can never have too many fuel points. And I think, apart from going back and finding the beef and sheep, just got chickens to do. It's still going to take us several minutes because this is chickens is right at the end here, and up the side road. So if it's anything the other way, no, actually, No, looks like it's dead end there. Going, yeah, it's dead end. So up here. This is chickens to show the fattening chickens unit and the egg unit. Again, I haven't actually played with that too much. But the chickens was one of the last things to go in. I think that and the pigs. I think there was a few problems getting the chickens to react properly. The chickens are way up here. It's most probably going to go in for poultry. You'd want an old tractor and trailer up here. Now this is the entrance to PD hook, and another gate, and again it's a manual, which is it's going to see one of the problems I had with the first one. I got the test with the gates were auto and they were too slow to react and didn't stay open long enough. If you turn it easy, you couldn't get anything through. And there's where the layers go, the eggs section. Right, let's put the brake on. I'll do my disco act again. For those who don't know, it's Disco David Oldfield, who is one of the best at doing things by the book on his series. If you Again, these are another one that is well worth a watch. Now these look like egg collectors to me. These look like, I think, are they the Maru ones? If you come close, that door should open and the eggs are come on these shelves there. That's overfilled with water. And this one will be the other, so you actually have to come in here. What we got up here? Oh, we take the tractor. I'm feeling lazy now. I've done a lot of walking about for you. Small barns are up here, and this is one of the rearing units, one of the fattening units. This is where the muck comes out. Water in that tank, and I think you feed inside. Let's get round in, just go through it. No, perhaps not. Can't be on the gate. Ooh. Can't be on the trigger. Oh, there isn't one this end. Oh, I don't want that up, thank you. Why do you want to go down a bit so I can see where I was reversing? Thought you, on some of the ones I tried, you can go through these all the way. Ah, I think it's in the wrong place. This is a door. Oh, I am a fool. Got the set to one side. I think it's the same units they use for the big lettuce greenhouses. The basic unit here. There we are, we're in. The little gate there that, and And I think our count will show how many you got. It's just getting close and opening up the other end. Got some fresh air through it. Oh, that's the chicken rearing units. There's more sheds and storage around here. Yeah, bit tight to get in that one with anything much, but if you're doing bales and you're doing the bale extension, you will need these just to put the stuff in. Those big sheds here, drive through. So that's the first bit of damage. Look at that. Drive through if you can drive. It's better. 1% damage. Nice big sheds for all your extra equipment. Come out here again. Don't think there's anything this way. You notice the frames have been keeping fairly high all the way, and this is, remember, I'm also recording, which does put a bit more strain on. And here I think is where all the slurry is. Let's have a look. Ooh, got up. Yeah, that's the slurry point. Looks a bit clean there at the moment, but keep gate closed. I wasn't going to open it. Slurry pit, there we are, yeah. Beginning to know me stuff. Don't go swimming in there, folks. Alright, the last thing to look at, I believe, is the beef and sheep facility. From the fields, you have to take that road we just passed out of hooks to the right to get to them, as I discovered. This is certainly the least amount of damage I had whenever I've been on this, on the last couple of versions map with the damage mod on. It's a big map to play with soil mod, so you will, as I said, you will want to increase the growth period, because you do not, well, because remember with soil mod, for those who haven't used it, you cannot turn the withering off. You cannot slow or speed up the growth any other way. Soil mod takes over all of that. Can't remember where this turn is. I think it's the other side of the BGA. We've not been get to it from the back of the farm, but sorry, this is going to be quite a long video. I'm just going to have a quick look at the map again. Stop it before I do this thing. Now what will happen? Yeah, that's the other side of 4. That's okay. I have done several hours test, and it's been on different versions of this map as the phone thing seems to be altered, and this is now very close to the final version. I think there's a couple of things he wants to do, and one of them was actually I think opposite 2 there's a meadow. I'm not certain if there's a gateway into it. It's into that field. There should be a road off. Yeah, let's get to the other side of this field. Should be up here. And here you do not want to swing too wide because you've got fences, and so you can't swing wide to come, or very wide to come into this one. And you see right up the end of this road, these are all village bits, and I better just start by the gates. And which way do they swing? In case they swing towards me, I'm going to chuck this in reverse. Oh no, it's alright. I had that vision of taking more damage because the gate swung the opposite way than I expected. And here's the T6. Nice little track with the T6. There's your grind feeding point, your water feeding point. And in here is storage for both potatoes and beet. And your potatoes and beet for the beef goes there. And this is your sheep wool gatherer point with a nice big wool gatherer. I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, about 18 by the looks of it. And your sheep are in this meadow over here. Oh, I'm going to need some 4-wheel drive on this. I would recommend playing this with drive control because you do at times need the extra oomph. We'll open this up and turn around this field. You either do these gates on foot or, as you see, from the tractor. Your feeding point and watering points are in here for the sheep. I think that is mainly decoration, can be used to store bales and in here, that's where your muck gather. I think that's where your muck gathers. Let's have a look. Let's just check, see what that actually is. I can put the brake on. Yeah, that's another. Oh, that's more silage. That's handy. Very handy. Slurry pickup point. All very, very standard. Say standard. Once so long ago we thought, wow, we've got beef and pig rear now. And we just drive through here. That's where your muck goes. Again, this. Not all you're messing about as you quite often have. And we go this way and we go back to the main farm. As you can see, it's fairly bumpy and I've got real terrain on here and it's working hard. Again, I don't know which way these open. Oh, everything so far is open away from me. That's that little field 8 there with the rape in it. And this one, if I remember right, there's a gate at the end here which opens towards you. I'm just going to come actually to one side on there. Just want to put just trip that, and I'm going to put it into reverse, and I'm going to turn so you can see it, just in case. Ah, no it doesn't. Wrong again. And here we are back in the main farm, and that is a tour of Smokedown Farm, the main facilities. We haven't seen everything, but I think we're seeing where most of the points of interest are. And I'm just going to stop that there. I'm going to just try and get a reasonable shot of this. Yes, that's good. I'm just going to take a screenshot before I wind down. At this distance, everything goes up a bit, but as we come in, zoom in. Now remember, this is the main farm. This is where most of the things are happening. As you're going in there, because this is quite busy in there. Let's have a look at it. This is actually your drying shed. There's your dryer there, and there's the storage bins. Again, you don't always see that. Alright, with that I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more of my general cack-handedness, please subscribe. I try and make a video just about every day. So there's any comments, feel free to leave them. And this is Merman saying cheerio for now. Cheerio.